everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be this makeup look. It is created using all the products that I have been loving for the year 2020. Also, these are the products that I have been using for almost the entire year. Now, because I have used these products so much, that's the reason I have an opinion on them, and I kind of am in love with these products for the reason that they have worked for my skin. The product that worked for me might have not worked for you, so it's mainly dependent upon what skin type you have, what are you allergic to, or what is your skin texture as well. So there are multiple things that come into picture, so the products that I might have loved may not be your favorite too. So if you want to know how I created this makeup look, do check out the entire video. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with the best primer that I have used this year. There are actually two primers that I really loved, but today I'm going to talk about the PAC Studio Finish oil primer. This is an oil-based primer, and if you have dry skin and if you have always faced problems where your foundation either gets dry around your nose or around your lips, where you have that dry patches, then you must definitely try this PAC primer. It will change your makeup game. 2 drops on either side of my face and just rub it all over my face. Other primer that I have been loving is the Becca Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. This is very natural looking, at the same time very hydrating primer. I think this is great for any skin type because it is super moisturizing, very hydrating, and it doesn't feel heavy on the face. So yeah, that's the other primer that I have been loving. So now that the primer that I have applied, the PAC one, is settled, I'm going to move ahead. For the foundation, I have been loving the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and this one is in the shade Toffee Pecan. I was pleasantly surprised by how this looks on my skin, especially the skin tone or the color match as well. It's super apt, and I really love this. Also, I have loved the Lakme 9 to 5 Primer Matte Foundation. I did not bring it this time. As you guys know, I'm traveling, so I don't have it at the moment, but I have loved that throughout the year as well. So I would say both of them have been really good, but because I have this right now with me, I'm going to use this to show you how it applies. So I'm just going to slather the product all over my face. To blend out the foundation, I'm actually going to use a brush. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill foundation brush. This is the JH03. I'm just going to spread the foundation all over my skin. So you can see it is definitely giving me some coverage, but this is not ultra full cover foundation. It is somewhere near to a medium coverage, but at the same time it doesn't look that sheer as well. I'm happy with how the coverage looks right now. If you want, you can go ahead and add a little bit more. It will definitely build up really nicely, so I wouldn't say that you can stop here. You can definitely build up the foundation, but today I'm just going to go for a simple look. So I think this is pretty much the coverage that I want. The rest I can just cover up with the concealer. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer, and this one is in the shade Medium Tawny. I have been using this on my channel quite a lot, especially on my Instagram. If you guys are not following me there, do check out my Instagram channel. I'm most of the time active over there rather than on my YouTube, so do check my Instagram. I leave it in the description box, and I'm just going to blend it off with the same foundation brush. Right now I don't have any other favorites apart from the Beauty Blender and also this brush from Morphe. For the brows that literally changed my brow game, it has been the PAC Super Brow, and I use the shade Walnut Wax 03. This is actually a brow pomade, just like the ABH brow pomade. Also, during the lockdown, I have been threading or just trimming my brows on my own. I haven't been to a salon since the lockdown. They are in a very weird shape or state right now, but I kind of am managing. Also, the brush that I'm using, this is by PAC. This is their angled liner brush. Talk about the eyeshadow palettes. There have been couple of eyeshadow palettes that I have tried this year. One being the Makeup Revolution Tropical Carnival palette, and there are so many Morphe eyeshadow palettes that I have used. But one palette that I have loved instantly, it is the Tan Beauty This Is All I Need eyeshadow palette. This comes with 15 eyeshadows. As you can see, there are neutral tones here. There is also this jewel tones over here. Let me just give you a swatch of this jewel tones. These two are so pigmented. This looks beautiful as a top coat. I absolutely love this palette. Not only the jewel tones, let me quickly swatch how this shade looks. This is called Smoke. That is how the shade looks. Palette is a go-to for me whenever I'm going for an ethnic look. So also you can definitely go ahead and create so many beautiful neutral eyeshadows. We're going to talk about another palette, which is something I pull up every single time I do a makeup tutorial or every single time that I do an eyeshadow look, which is the Tati Beauty palette Textured Neutrals Volume 1. This comes with beautiful 4 different formulations. You have glitter, you have metallic, sequins and mattes, and you have this beautiful array of colors: berries, neutrals, browns, and terracotta, orange. But the best thing about this palette is their glitter shades. The whole top row is just outstanding. If you are someone to dress up or apply eyeshadows when you have a special occasion, and if you're not into colors like this jewel tones, if you're not into this, go for the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette. It is a little expensive, but is totally worth the money because it has everything that you need to create an entire eye look. And also you have a gigantic mirror. If you're traveling, this is definitely a must palette, and that's the reason I've bought this when I'm traveling right now as well. Such a beautiful palette. Do check that out. Part of the eye look, I'm going to take the shade Nude from Tan Beauty palette. It just gives a nice flushed tone to my lid. I'm going to dip my brush in the Tati Beauty palette, and I'm going to use the shade Soothe. It is a latte kind of shade. I'm going to apply it right in my crease and a little bit above my crease to act like a shadow. So my crease is nice and intensified. Now I'm going to go for the shade Poet from Tan Beauty and just apply it right over here. I'm just going here and there so that I can use as many shadows as possible. So it's like a V, but at the same time I don't have any product on the brush. It's just whatever is applied earlier. Now I'm going to take a synthetic brush. This is a flat paddle brush, and I'm going to take the shade Aura. I'm just going to apply it on the lid, the inner half to mid-range of the lid. It's actually going to act like a cut crease, but it's going to be really soft. So that is how my eyelid looks as of now. Take the shade Smoke and apply it on the outer corner, and then I'm going to take Aura shade, but this one is a metallic shade, on the inner corner. I'm using the same synthetic brush. So this is the only metallic shade that I've used today, and you see it's so blinding. Now let's quickly go ahead to the bronzer. For the bronzer, I picked up the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this one is in the shade Deep Bronze. I love this bronzer, especially the packaging and the smell. It smells so tropical and like a vacation. I just slather it all over my face. For the blush, I've picked up Flower Beauty powder blush. This one is in the shade Warm Hibiscus. I absolutely love how this blush looks on my skin tone, and if you are someone who go for neutral eyes a lot, then this blush is to go for. For the mascara, I have been loving the Rimmel Wanderlux Volume Mascara. Initially, I was not a huge fan of this, but slowly when the formula kind of dried up, super lengthening, very voluminous. I would say Lash Paradise is still my top favorite from L'Oreal. This is equally good, and I love the packaging of this. For the lashes, I have been using quite a few lashes this year. I have used Hina Henna Beauty lashes, the style Tabassum, the style Nazakat. All of them are super pretty. Unfortunately, I don't have them with me right now. Also, I've used Dania Cosmetic lashes, style McKenna. That's a pretty lash. And also I've been using the Rufa Beauty lashes, which is what I'm going to use today. Now this one is in the style Nora. The only thing that I didn't like about this was I purchased 2 sets of lashes. It was something like buy one get another at 50% off or something. They did not send me the outer packaging of the other one. For example, this is how the packaging looks, and this is how the lash sits inside it, and you have your product details mentioned right here, which says Nora. The other lash is this one. Now this did not come with the outer packaging, it just came like this. Now there is no name mentioned on this. I just forgot what is the name of this lash. I'll look at my orders and I'll leave in the description box what was this style. So these are the 2 lashes that I bought from them. Just don't like the fact that one gets a packaging and the other doesn't. I just thought that it's because of the offer, the 1 plus 50% off kind of, but there was nothing mentioned that you won't be getting the packaging. So this is really difficult for me to travel. I just place this on top of it, but this doesn't close completely, and I'm scared to just break this packaging as well, so I kind of leave it separate. So enough rambling, I'm quickly going to hop this on, also apply the mascara as well, and I will be right back. So as you can see, my lashes are on. They are very dramatic, at the same time super long. Let me give you a side profile. That's how much long they are. I really love these lashes. The quality is amazing. It's just the story that I have told you, it didn't come in a box. Coming to the next product, I think we are left off with lips. For the lips, I have loved many matte lipsticks. Lakme, the Revolution range, the matte one, I'll leave a sticker over here. I have loved Sugar Cosmetics Matte as Hell. I've also loved Iba Halal lipsticks as well. But today I'm going to show you something I've started using very recently, but that's been like my go-to these days. That's what I've been just applying, even if I'm at home, even if it's just chucking on some color. That's the product that I'm going for. Those are the Fake Cosmetics lipsticks. I have the shade Too Basic and Too Dark. This is how the outer packaging looks. It comes in a transparent lid. That's how it is. The only thing is the bullet kind of falls off, so it's like that. Just be careful about it. I would just kind of ignore it, because other than that, the colors are amazing, the customer service is amazing, the brand itself is so true to its values. I really love this brand. During lockdown, we are not usually applying a tons of makeup, so this is something that has been my go-to, as I said. So I'm just going to chuck on Too Basic. These are so comfortable on the lips, not extremely matte, but at the same time gives a really beautiful sheen. So this is how this looks. But this year glosses have been on trend. I think till 2019 matte lips were like the go, but in 2020 glosses kind of made their entry with Fenty Beauty. I've picked up the Fenty Beauty gloss bomb, and this one is in the shade Fussy. I think this is a universal shade. This is what made me fall in glosses altogether. Color is so pretty, it just looks beautiful on every skin tone. It doesn't give those weird lines when you press your lips. I can just apply it on any lip color and it just looks so beautiful. This is how the makeup has turned. It is like a mauvey, very simple smoky kind of eye, but at the same time super wearable. The lashes just made it so fluttery looking, and the gloss and the lip color is just so perfect. So these are all the products that I have been loving for the year 2020. Do let me know what were your products that you guys loved in 2020 as well. I would definitely love to check them out. Leave them in the comments down below. And that's pretty much it, guys. I will see you in my next one.